Hello, Facebook, YouTube. The day of Michael, the archangel, the one is likened unto God. No, not a son, soul. She's a false goddess, acknowledging false goddess on God's days. All right, tomorrow I start Godoween. Well, Godoween, I hope y'all will understand that is teaching you people how to fear God. And that means the R and R, to reverence and respect God. And that is very important to understand concerning if you truly, genuinely want to have a true relationship with God, you must do that. It says you know, uh, in the Old Testament and also in the New, but you need to put it all together. When you have His love, you will see things all together. Now, the idea of what Godoween is all about is to show people the see. Now everybody know God concerning the gracious and merciful God, and a God that brings provision and protection. You know what I'm saying? But but do we understand the ideal that He's also a corrector? You know what I'm saying? He's an instructor and He's a corrector, and that instructor and corrector side of God is supposed to be the ideal of His fatherhood. You know what I'm saying? That is an ideal of bringing judgment and justice, is what God is part of God too. That's part of God too. You know what I'm saying? Because I see people and they say, "Oh, I love God." It's like, whoa. I mean, you love the gracious and merciful, and the God that blesses you, God, and plus the corrector, the instructor, corrector that brings judgment and justice, God. I don't believe. Well, you're gonna find out that that your church system is not having a lot of believers to believe to truly love God or fear God. First of all, fear God. But to fear God is to truly love God. You know what I'm saying? Reason why? Because you're loving all of who God is. You have to learn to love all of who God is. And unfortunately, this church system gets people to only love one side of God, and that's the blessing, the grace and mercy and the blessing that I want to bless you with this and that, God. But that instructor and corrector, and that will give judgment and justice, that God, people are not these days. Well, most Christians these days do not understand that ideal aspect of God, but that is a part of who God is. To love the whole thing is what fearing the Lord is all about, reverence and respecting Him for all of who He is. And the topic of this message that I want to talk about to get people ready and prep them for the month. Yeah, it's a month. Yeah, this whole month I'm going to be showing fear of the Lord, scriptures, and I'm going to pick stories and people in the Bible that show an act of understanding and fearing the Lord. You're going to find a lot of people in the Bible learn to fear the Lord, and people that heroes in the Bible that learn to fear the Lord and establish the unique relationship with God that will lead to my topic of this message. And the topic of this message is called the reality of the correct motive. The correct motive is what we must understand, that if things are going to be done right, or continually to be done right, it has to have a correct motive. And unfortunately, in this world system, of course, operated by the God of this world, blinding the minds of men, this world system wants you to do things for the course, the incorrect motive. Of course, the ideal of love of this world is, lust in disguise, pretty much. Want people to desire people and things with the incorrect motive. You know what I'm saying? Being with people for the incorrect motive, getting things for the incorrect motive. That leads to treating people. You know what I'm saying? See, you get, like, for instance, let's talk about the people. Like, you get a friend, let's say a friend, and you're with this friend. Now, here's the ideal of the role of friend. I keep telling people friendship. You don't meet somebody and become really a friend. But a friend is a trial by testing position. Now, you may meet a buddy or an acquaintance or someone you socialize with, talk to, and conversate. But a friend is a different title position that, of course, this world system has horribly abused through television and radio and internet, your environment, of the role of a friend. I see people, they say, well, man, you can't find good friends these days. Well, this world system has conditioned people's hearts and minds to not be good friends. You know what I'm saying? Concerning the negative influence that is being given to people are not going to be most people are not going to understand the performance of a friend, put it that way. And the thing is, it's good to have a friend, but at the same time, like, God taught me, and the scripture says that, if you want to be a friend, you have to be friendly. You know what I'm saying? It starts with you. You know what I'm saying? It starts with you and your performance. Because here's the thing. Because people, that the wrong motive that most people get with people, main wrong motive, is loneliness. And loneliness is a monster. It becomes a monster to many people, that people will get in relationships because they don't want to be by themselves. And that's one of the most wrong motives of being with someone. And, people find out, how come the relationship didn't work out? Well, most of the time, it's the wrong motive of why that relationship has got started. And and a lot of people like, well, why this person, and they and that's the problem. People put it on the person. Like me, like when I understand, God taught me about his love, and his love that I love about, that God showed me the example concerning the temple of the Lord, that there's the outer courts and there's the inner court, and there's the temple, and there's the holies of holies. You know what I'm saying? That there's a place for different people to establish relationships, that we establish our relationships. Like, outer court is like people that you talk to, socialize with, you know what I'm saying? And maybe inner court for other people is the buddy. A buddy is the person that share the same things that you like. I like this, I like that. We're going to do what we like doing. You know what I'm saying? That's the buddy. That's not a friend. That's a buddy. You know what I'm saying? That problem is, people don't understand the borders of relationships. And the problem is, when you don't do that, you develop the wrong motives in how you treat other people, when you're supposed to understand that, first of all, people are born in sin, shaped with iniquity. You know what I'm saying? And when you're born in sin, shaped with iniquity, you're capable of doing what's wrong. But in your involvement with them, you're supposed to be observing the kind of person that this person is. and know where, more likely we call it, put people in their place. More likely put them in a place where this, concerning your performance of the kind of person you are, you will be associate. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to become a buddy, then this is what is required for you to be a buddy. You know what I'm saying? That, and if you want to potentially be my friend, this is what Jesus says. A friend is that lay down his life for you. More likely, people that will help you, or they will get somebody else to help you. They'll be determined and ready and willing to help you with any situation whatsoever. They're determined to help you concerning your well-being is what a friend is, and they will lay down their life. They will lay down their time, energy, effort to do what it takes to be with you. But with what motive is what is the problem these days. People do things for the wrong motive. Some do for the right motive. Some do for the wrong motive. But what I learned, that you're supposed to be observing people's behavior and see their motivation of why they do what they do when they do what they do, is to understand people that see if they have the right motive of treating you right, you know what I'm saying, or they're going to do you wrong. But here's the thing, it's not that you have to hate this person if they want to do you wrong. No, you learn to distance yourself. And when that person comes to you, say, why are you distancing yourself to me? And you let the person know, because of this and because of that and reason, and because of this, because of that. And it's like, my heart can't handle, this kind of behavior you do, or whatever. You're supposed to address, and it's called addressing a person. It's not something negative, but it's addressing a person concerning their behavior, that I can't participate in activities like this with you concerning this because you're about this. Now, I care about you and I'm concerned about you as a person, but because of the motive, your active, your how you do things, what you do, I can't have you in this area in my life. It's how people are supposed to learn to address people and how to put them in their place, and not in the negative way how the world got it out there, but it's to balance people's relationships, because you're supposed to love everybody, but you're supposed to be aware of everybody and understand their motives of what they do, why they're doing what they're doing. And that person will respect that. That person will learn to respect your boundary, your territory concerning your motives. And that's when you start genuine love concerning an individual. All that other stuff, no. People are not going to respect you concerning that you let people do this, and they like, oh, why you did me wrong? Why you did? Well, you didn't evaluate that person's intention concerning them being with you. You know what I'm saying? And it's stuff like that. And and I can, the motives of people and how they do things is what you have to be careful of, if they're correct or incorrect. Does this person learn correct motives, or this person learn incorrect motives? You can't be like hating people because they learn incorrect motives. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, they did not have the parent, or they did not, or had a parent and the parent abused them. Everybody got their own story. And you must understand that idea aspect about people and quit thinking that people are supposed to do things right all the time. They know somebody born in sin, shaped with iniquity. They got something wrong going on with them. To understand people's motives is what, incorrect motives is all about. That I'm going to show you concerning the relationship and fearing the Lord is what will teach you the proper motive and how to love God, to truly establish a true, genuine relationship that will make you a better person concerning what God has done for us, is to have a genuine relationship is all about. All right, that's the message. Now we got it. To God be the glory and forever and ever. In Jesus' name, amen.